Alright, this starts off with Big Choso and little bro Yuji. But to be honest, Yuji was enjoying his little cardio, acting like he won't get an ankle injury jumping through the escalators in one go. Shout out AD. Choso spots Yuji and gets in his bull stance. He sees red and immediately shoots a red beam at his ass. And knowing the fact Yuji felt that small pressure, he does his best Shay impression before sending it elsewhere. He shoots another one and seeing what it did to Yuji's arm, you know he had to get to the dipping, showing off that tier 3 sprint burst. But notice how the first 3 seconds bro aim got worse, like bro's ability got maxed out recoil. Yuji got one steady punch in, but Choso tanked that shit like it was nothing. We see Yuji tired already. Like, bro, the fight just started a minute ago and you already need the Gatorade? And what makes it worse is that he can't even use his left arm now. Shout out Gohan. But after the small yap session, Yuji basically said your brother was crying like a bitch. And hearing that sentence alone, bro spazzed out and shoot ketchup all over the place. Yuji tried to go in and stop whatever the fuck he was about to do and throw a punch that missed, by the way. Choso goes straight on the offense, drawing ahead and ketchup and then retracts it like snuck his ass with an uppercut, sweep under his leg, and they try to palm check his ass, in which, I ain't gonna lie, it was a clean move. Plus 50 for the combo and style points. Grabbed Yuji right after the miss and then went straight for his chest. Like, I knew that shit hurt too. The bleed damage is kicking like crazy. Then Yuji did something that I did not expect him to do because one, it was dumb as fuck, and two, why? If I was Choso, I would have aimed right at his chest, but he ain't got nowhere else to run in the air. In which, surprisingly, Yuji dodged the first one and then the other one as he tried to go in for the blitz. But looking at Choso's aim and seeing the fact that he's aiming at the ceiling, like, my God, is you aiming at the sky, bro? Because I'm pretty sure Yuji didn't jump that high. My boy did not have the elite GOAT vertical. Bro tried to get in that one good punch and then just took some bloody back shots, in which I know he felt the pain off that bitch. And not only that, this nigga got his toe stabbed. And I'm surprised he didn't do the Tom and Jerry scream because that shit would have got me good. And surprisingly enough, the nigga had enough strength to kick the shit out of him regardless of getting his foot stabbed, in which this is Yuji. He got some of the best endurance feats aside from Megami in this entire show. But anywho, before Choso was about to attack this nigga again, Yuji had to pick Mekamaru out of his pocket like he a fucking coin, telling this man Yuji that, look, you might not have a good chance to beat him, but he has an idea. And he went straight to the bathroom, in which I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking when I first seen this. But hey, I'm gonna let him cook. Choso walking straight into the bathroom, see Mekamaru stuck on a wall type shit before he get him packing. And that was just a diversion. This man usually had to sneak right up on him. But Choso ate that shit though. Like, that was light work. But Choso sees the fact that all that blood shit that he be trying to do, that shit don't work no more. And that only leaves him to one final option. And that is to simply throw hands with Yuji left, right, Itadori. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, this is Yuji's specialty. He should be putting belt to ass, and he's at a disadvantage. Yuji starts off the fight first, throw some water in this nigga face, W distraction before he trying to dive in with an air kick. But Choso with the immaculate defense, he blocks 3 of them bitches. And not only that, punched the shit out of Yuji, got that nigga staggered. And then they just go right back and forth. Choso smacking the shit out of the glass, which I know he gonna feel some sharp pain after this shit. Yuji tried to dive in, get his face palmed in before doing some unnecessary ass backflips like he won't get slipped. Then they just go right back to the boxing. I ain't gonna lie, the choreography ain't as good as Naruto and Sasuke's, but that shit is right up there with them. Yuji bites the shit out of him like he Goku biting Whis, and he kicks the shit out of Choso right afterward, which I ain't gonna lie, if there's any regular nigga, bro, they would have got one-shotted by that kick alone. Choso recovers and then try to hide a mystic beam right under his clothes. To know the fact that he poked Yuji right in his liver. I know that bleed damage about to kick in anytime soon, bro. That's already half of his health gone. Yuji thinking about passing out, but knowing that the fact that this nigga has no other role to provide in his life, he gotta get right back to the boxing. This nigga has the willpower of Asta from Black Clover, and thinking about the power of friendship, no fairy tale. Choso look at the palm of his hand and seeing that a tooth was knocked out, my nigga. You know this shit about to be serious. And now they are ready for round 2. Getting closer this time, and you see both of these niggas are locked the fuck in, bro. That's how you know this shit about to get real devious. Choso takes the first one this time, but Yuji not only dodges, but does a backflip and then show another moment of defensive style on Hall of Fame. And seeing that Yuji only has one arm right now, bro, he takes a defensive stance. Choso and Yuji try to block in on some Dragon Ball Z type shit. Choso tried to use some blood. That shit did not work, but Yuji didn't look away for that half second and that shit got sent him right back on the ground. He trying to throw in objects, does another backflip. My boy Yuji over here acting like he in Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Try to grab on the wall, kick the shit out of Choso, but Choso ate that motherfucker, sent him right on the ground. Then proceed to try to make a spear and try to, take this nigga out in one go, but Yuji got the strength to hold that shit in. Unfortunately, that shit exploded. Then these two go with another fist clash in which they both tied for the second time. Then slice the shit out of his shoulder, and then Megumi does a split as he dodges his second attack. Yuji blocks in the second attack and then got blinded by blood before getting his shit kicked. Then this man over here with acrobatics on Hall of Fame before they both fall on the floor. Yuji trying to do with some extra shit, trying to hide behind the stalls and all that before trying to kick Choso. Then have the leg strength to not only leg lock him, but send him all the way back. And then Yuji tried to charge in with his famous punch. But not only that, I ain't gonna lie, he tried to blind a nigga like he about to cheat off him on his test or some shit. I'm dead. And then it shows the moment of Yuji landing the punch, thinking that this nigga actually did it. But Yuji looks at him like he got caught, got his shoulder sliced, and seeing some of that shit being gone, I just knew that shit was GG's. It sent him right back like how Sasuke would have sent Naruto's dumbass right back on the floor. He's on the ground. And while Choso showed that the punch that Yuji been trying to save this entire fight was actually being guarded by that blood armor that Choso was ready for. And look at Sukuna hating ass. Even he thought that Yuji was about to win that shit. That's how you know this shit is bad. But that'll be it for the video. I'm not gonna lie, I was supposed to do this like a while back, but it got banned the first time, so I had to like remake this video. Other than that, I hope y'all appreciate the video and leave a like. That's really it. I don't really care for anything else. And recommend me another fight to go over, and I'll go ahead and do that for y'all. But without further ado, go ahead and drink some water, or else I throw a spirit bomb at your ass. Peace.